Hello there everybody and welcome to Coew Wrestling Bella Fortuna, our special show here tonight, and we are kicking off tonight with the return of the FU briefcase. Now if you are not here in the past and do not know what the FU briefcase is, the FU briefcase is a briefcase that anybody who holds it can cash in on the world champion in Coew Wrestling, the heavyweight champion currently being held by Jim. They can cash in at any point, at any time, and we are having returns to Coew Wrestling with the crowd on their feet for this Christmas special that is live here tonight in Italy. From Kyoto, Japan, from the announcer. I'll let him just say his name. Shinsuke Nakamura making his way down to the ring, a fan favorite in Coew Wrestling. If you have not seen his work, you are severely being disappointed. And Shinsuke marching his way down to the ring with the crowd behind him as we speak. The King of Strong Style has had mixed achievements in Coew Wrestling. I don't think he's always been close to winning the title but never actually succeeding. He's always a fan favorite. He always brings the strike game. He always takes people to their absolute limit, and he's here tonight in Coew Wrestling Bella Fortuna making his return, at least in this season, to hopefully get that briefcase, to hopefully capture it, to get a title shot at any stage, at any chance at any time. And some people announce in advance that they can cash in. Some people do not. They do not wait for an announcement and just cash in after a match when the champion's already weakened. And some people do it mid-match. They can be that impatient. And coming out here next is a former two-time world champion, a long-reigning Coew Wrestling Hardcore champion, and also has someone who had beaten Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It is Top, and now Top marching his way down here. He hasn't had a great season 4. He has recently beaten CM Punk with the assistance of Edward P123, who we'll talk about later on in this match, as he is also in it. But Top not really getting the wins that he wants, not really getting the title opportunities that he thinks he deserves. He had definitely lost in a few contenders matches to get back to the world title scene, so maybe this win, getting this briefcase, can guarantee him a shot down the line that he would desperately want to get back in his grasp. He believes that he should be on all the main events, and tonight, opening the show, he feels like he's being undermined a little bit, but the opener, in my opinion, is as important as the main event. And if Top can manage to grab that contract and in that briefcase, the FU briefcase that actually spells "fuck you" on it this time round, a little bit of a rebranding there, we could see a Top be on the top of the tippy top of the mountain here again in Coew Wrestling. Top also wearing the Art of Suffering's black and red attire. Usually they go for blue. I'm wondering if Edward P123 and Top, how they would coexist in this match, as they are both within this sort of ladder match. It's every man for themselves. I wonder how these two egos will handle each other, as also, while they are built on a team of respect for each other, and Edward P123 coming out now, and seemingly wearing the same colors, so maybe they're on the same page. Both of these people have had beef with each other in the past. May I remind you, all the way back in Coew Wrestling Season 3 and Season 2, Top did portray the POB with Edward P123 in it, and Boss. He was the first to betray, and then Edward P123 betrayed them, and then made the Art of Suffering. That whole pact was to cause harm and hurt as many people as possible, to be two of the most dangerous people in Coew Wrestling having an alliance with each other. So maybe there is still respect there. Maybe them both going after this briefcase will not change anything, but also egos could play a huge factor between them. Maybe this might cause some fracturing, who knows. But speaking of MP123, he did lose to CM Punk, he did lose to Jay White in the start of this season. Well, not really the start, but the special show that led into the weekly shows coming back. He did lose to CM Punk. He losing his Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship after he spent so long fighting for it. And now he is back at like the bottom of the ladder, not really having any championships at all to hand. And he's been trying to fight back. He lost to Jay White in the numbers contendership for the hardcore title. And now he's going after the briefcase, which he has never held, in order to get another heavyweight championship match. You know, having the most reigns as heavyweight champion. Edward is looking to possibly secure that again. But he's got some stiff competition with also this man who has been walking down the ring, so I've been explaining it, Will Ospreay. He did lose to Jim on the last Coew Wrestling episode, but Will Ospreay has put in one hell of a performance each and every single night. He's also got the advantage of probably being the quickest person in this match and being the most high-flying athlete, with the crowd also all being behind him. Will Ospreay, part of the United Empire, throwing up the crowns here. And the crowd on their feet for Will Ospreay. Also, to let everybody know, this show is being live streamed on the 20th, on the anniversary of Bella's passing away, and that's why the show is called Bella Fortuna.
And from North Carolina, weighing in at 218 pounds,
so I will apologize if my commentating might be a bit off a little bit here, but I feel like it's important that we all celebrate the lives of our pets and cherish them while you still have them, because God, you will miss them when they are gone. It's just my important thing to let everybody know. But enough of the sappy stuff. We're here for a celebration. And our next contestant is Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega has been receiving a little bit of backlash from the Coew Wrestling crowd a little bit here, because Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi did injure Burn, and there has been a vocal select people in the coming weeks after Burn's injury, suffering a concussion and also blood loss, that is keeping Burn out of in-ring action. Kenny Omega not feeling sorry about it. It's just being like, this is the business, kid. Listen, if you want to actually fight in the tippy top of the food chain, you got to be able to handle it and not crumble underneath the weight. And people aren't, you know, exactly thrilled about Kenny being unempathetic to, you know, injuring a fellow superstar. But at the same time, people in the audience here are cheering for Kenny, so maybe that is a vocal minority that is seeing that. But Kenny Omega coming in here, not particularly the fan favorite, but does have multiple wins underneath his belt in order to grab that FU briefcase, and does want to become a heavyweight champion in Coew Wrestling. He has expressed so repeatedly in the past. But now coming out, Drew has a sword. Now, I just said that everybody who has an advantage, like, you know, Will Ospreay's quicker, Kenny wants to do this, and everybody's motivations and stuff, right? Drew has a sword. I think that trumps everything. I think if Drew keeps hold of that sword and takes it down to the ring, he will win the match. And he stabbed the stage. That is like millions of dollars now gone. This costs a lot of money, Drew. Okay, so Drew now doesn't have the sword. If Drew had the sword, my immediate betting odds would be that Drew is the winner, because he has a literal sword. How are you meant to combat against someone who has a sword? Now, Drew McIntyre has appeared in Coew Wrestling, at least season 1 back in the day. He probably has appeared a few times afterwards there, but he has not been a mainstay in Coew Wrestling. He has not won any titles. He has not appeared frequently. He's probably only appeared one other time. He is the outlier in this match, making, I think, his first special show match debut ever, and big Drew McIntyre looking beefy as hell with the Scottish heritage alongside him. He looking beefed up real quick with that muscly hair and everything. But now it's time to switch on the belts. It is a ladder match. We recently had a ladder match at the last special show where it got won pretty quickly, and I wonder if that's going to be the same case here tonight. Top outside with a ladder. Quickly, Kenny Omega looking for a Razor's Edge powerbomb on Shinsuke Nakamura. In this match, a quick statistic: Will Ospreay, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Kenny Omega both have that Japanese strong style teachings as well from New Japan and touring Japan a lot. Top Managing is the only person in this match to face against Dwayne The Rock Johnson and beat him. And oh, wait a minute, the Art of Suffering seemingly going after each other here. With a snap suplex taken on top there. I thought that there would be a little bit more of a team cohesion there. There wouldn't be going one-on-one immediately, but I guess I was wrong. We're going after Will Ospreay, 2 Brits. We have also another statistic here. Quick elbow strike straight to the back of the head. We only have one one American in this match, and that is Top. We have 1 Scottish person. We have 3 British people. No, 1 Scottish person, 2 British people, 1 Canadian, 1 Japanese, and I think I said Canadian, like only 1 American as well. I think I said all the nationalities. But yeah, we have got a very diverse crowd here tonight of wrestlers from all over the world in Coew Wrestling, and this match really proves it. Kenny Omega going after Edward P123. Sort of dream matches that we can see here as well, like Top versus Will Ospreay potentially being a dream match. A knee strike into the corner there to Kenny Omega, and looking for possibly a lumbar powerbomb dead center into the ring, and then putting him on the ladder immediately after quad kicks onto the outside of Shinsuke Nakamura. But like, you know, Will Ospreay versus Top, Will Ospreay versus Edward P123, Kenny Omega versus Edward P123 and Top, you know, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Will Ospreay. Like, we have so many potential. Drew versus Kenny Omega, like potential dream matches that people don't expect to see, but the Coew Wrestling may provide it, and they're all in this match, all in this 8-man ladder match. And so far, this match has gone longer than the flyweight one, so you know that's probably a good idea. Like, already looking as a good sign for things to come. Will Ospreay with a quick thing there, but that did not work. Edward raking the nose of Kenny Omega, putting his head down into the mat, and of course, oh Jesus! Curb stomp, stomping Kenny Omega's head into the ladder before Shinsuke quickly drop kicking Edward's head, and then he bounced off the ladder again. Oh, Drew's face just went straight into the ladder on the outside after the backbreaker combination. That is very dangerous because you can break your nose and everything into the ladder rungs. Edward helping out Top on the outside against Drew. They are suffering definitely the cohesion there on the teams. There's definitely different styles here. I would say Shinsuke's probably got the best in the striking abilities. Will Ospreay in quickness. Kenny is just an endurance wrestler. Drew, obviously muscle. And Top and Edward both probably in the technical field, which is surprising. And then Top had thrown Edward into the golden steps there. Will Ospreay going up to the briefcase there, but Shinsuke taking it down with a Kinshasa to Drew McIntyre. Nailing that knee strike that can put away so many people in the past, and Edward going after Top there. You'd think that there is more cohesion in the team of the Art Suffering, but maybe that is just, you know, I miscalculated that. Running rebound across the road, clothesline turning Top inside outie real quick, and then going after Kenny Omega with a running knee strike straight to the jaw of the cleaner. Quickly with a drop kick that did a backflip. Shinsuke quickly trying to throw out Edward P123. Will Ospreay with the the Liger bomb after flipping over onto the outside concrete floor. That is pure concrete. There is no give on the concrete floor. Top notch cutter onto the ladder of Drew McIntyre's face. Okay, this is how a ladder match should be done, by the way, everybody. Stormbreaker onto the concrete by Kenny Omega. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega having huge beef from the New Japan and AEW crossovers. And Kenny Omega is just out like a light after that lumbar powerbomb in the ring. Drew climbing up the ladder. No one seemingly going after Drew McIntyre. I think Will Ospreay is trying to, but he can't get to him because there's too many people in the way. Shinsuke going after the ladder. Drew trying to unhook that briefcase, but not really doing so that well. Stun Dog Millionaire with Shinsuke landing back first onto the ladder. Drew being powerbombed by Will Ospreay. Drew almost getting that win there, but not really getting it too close. And now trying to go after into the corner. Kenny putting Will in the corner. Looking for a buckle bomb by the looks of it. But then quickly got a counter. Shinsuke Nakamura going after Top by throwing him back first into the ladder in the corner. Kinshasa again into the canvas. Edward going to the outside. Shinsuke dodging the ladder there. There is 4 ladders in the ring, I just realized, and it is like complete. Okay, well there you go. There's a chair to the face from Shinsuke to Drew. I'm surprised nobody's busted open yet or has gotten severely hurt. after all of the offense that were used, especially just driving people's face first into ladder. Drew and Edward are now having ladders, and then Drew just used the ladders to take down Edward. Drew looking to climb up again. He could become the FU briefcase holder if nobody's going to get in the ring and stop him. Drew going and trying to do that, but Edward immediately going after his back of his legs. Kenny Omega with the final blow. Shinsuke taking down Drew, which is probably now going to try to go after the title. Kenny Omega trying to climb up, but is a little bit slow. That could be what cost him there, and it did. Shinsuke Nakamura in his return match wins the FU briefcase in this insane ladder match. Although, be it short, it was definitely a lot more brutal than all the past ones. And here is Shinsuke Nakamura with the FU briefcase.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Action Light Heavyweight Championship.
You were so close. All you had to do is say flyweight and then you would have gotten it correctly. But our second match here tonight is already a championship match, and it is for the Coew Wrestling Flyweight Championship. And coming out first is the Jester, going to try to see if he can dethrone one of our long reigning champions in Pete Dunne in the Flyweight Championship. And wearing the colors out here, representing his tag team partner in Dinkle, and already spending the pirate budget, the station completely. I just realized that was probably super dangerous, as we got a Christmas tree on the stage right there that could have gotten ignited. Luckily it didn't. But Jester marching on out here wearing the red and yellow colors of the Dinkle, with the fire and everything, and is looking to get 2 titles here tonight. Jester, no matter what happens here, will need to be prepared for that long endurance game, as he is also fighting for the Coew Wrestling Tag Team Championships, as the Chuckle Fucks are fighting against #DIY. And like, I hope that Jester can not get injured, because we have seen before that wrestlers do get injured in these earlier matches and have to continue fighting later on, and it just wearing them out completely. And not to like spell doom for Jester, but he is fighting against Pete Dunne, and Pete Dunne beat the longest reigning champion in Kota Ibushi in the flyweight division, and has also fought against many adversaries before and has gone on top. He has been one of the most tactical technicians in Coew Wrestling, and he has had an iron grip around that title as long as he is able to. And this is one of those situations where Jester's odds aren't going to be looking good no matter how he does. If he beats Pete Dunne today, he gets the Flyweight Championship, but he is not going to have to go down without a fight. And the longer this match goes on, the more punishment he takes on Pete Dunne, the worse the odds are for later on tonight, where he has to fight with his tag partner, Dinkle, in order to fight against DIY. And so, like, I'm unsure how this will even like turn out for Jester. I know for a fact that Pete Dunne is laser focused on keeping that title. He has had that around his grips for as long as I can remember in recent history. Pete Dunne isn't going to let that go for a single second.
And his opponent, from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Action Light Heavyweight Champion.
Pete just staring down the challenger.
Pete Dunne.
And that's it. That's all you need to know about this fight. And, well, all you need to know, but it also at the same time, I can see this going either way in recent memories with Jester, but Jester needs to have that experience given that he doesn't have before. Pete Dunne's definitely got experience, he's got technical ability, and he's got longevity, and like all of these things that Jester doesn't have, but Jester can get lucky and beat Pete Dunne here tonight. And if he does, he could end up being a double champion by the end of tonight. And immediately Pete Dunne trying to run at him there with Jester stopping him with that kick there, but Pete Dunne immediately going on the ground and pound on the back of his head. Pete going after the arm. Oh, no, not going after the arm. Kick to the spine there. Pete Dunne's tactic for this, I would recommend, is that Pete Dunne keep Jester on the ground. Do not let him get into a fighting frenzy. Like, doing this is probably actually a mistake, even though it is wearing him out. But Pete is the professional here. Pete knows what he is doing to keep Jester on the back foot. Pete Dunne looking to hit a few big moves here tonight. Slingshot DDT onto the apron, head first, already leading to the outside. And Pete Dunne again systematically destroying Jester on the outside of the ring, right in front of friends and family who are in attendance here tonight to watch Jester succeed. And Pete Dunne leading insult into injury, targeting the back most of the time at the moment. Jester only needs to hit the merry-go-round or any other ass-related moves that he possibly can in order to succeed here tonight. A 4 count, getting into the ring, but again, Pete Dunne letting Jester get into the ring so he can land in the opening offense. He doesn't want Jester to get any offense in at all in the start and also end of this. And Pete Dunne again landing in those strikes, keeping him down on the ground, landing in the punishment, and now grinding the boot into his chest. Now going in for another kick to the spine, as we've already seen work done on the back. Jester with a kick up there, a little bit of adrenaline surge from that kick to the spine probably. It's driving Pete Dunne's head into the corner before landing a quick rake of the elbow there. Or maybe even a forearm. And taken down into the corner. Now just grinding on the throat a little bit there. Pete Dunne needing to take in some air right there. Pete Dunne standing up, but quickly into a diving moonsault springboard right there by the flyweight challenger. And the challenger quickly going around, slapping the face of Pete Dunne, showing that disrespect a little bit now. That is probably not a good idea, but hey, that is what happened, and I'm not going to deny if it's effectiveness, if it does work. But quick kick to the gut, looking in for a suplex into an armbar, a Jushi Katami sort of move, but then quickly turning around, and then Pete going after the arms now, possibly looking to snap the fingers of the challenger here tonight, and wrenching back, trying to break the shoulder out of his socket and going in for the cover here. This could be possibly a 2 count, I see. No, only a 1 count. Maybe I'm doubting Jester's ability a little bit too much. I might be underselling what he can do, and he is fighting back, proving at least me wrong in this bout. And Pete Dunne quickly with an elbow strike, a forearm, but quickly Jester with a rebound clothesline, trying to get into this fight a little bit more, going in for the cover here. I do not see this being more than a 1. That was a 2 count. That clothesline attempt was a 2 count. He might have knocked out Pete Dunne's lights a little bit there. A little bit more than I expected. Quickly going in for a power slam after being put in the corner. And Jester looking to go up, maybe looking for the ass bomb. Or the merry-go-round. Looking for the merry-go-round, landing it directly on Pete Dunne, looking for the cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 from Pete Dunne. That move could be the major difference maker in putting the balance in this match, as it has mostly been Pete Dunne now, but Jester is in contention for this title match, and Jester is using every single offense he can underneath the bug, going after Pete Dunne's arms, making sure that if his arms is damaged, he can't use the pump handle, which can be used for the bitter end or the better end. Another springboard moonsault attempt off of the top rope. And now going into the corner, looking for a diving basement dropkick. Pete Dunne managing to scour out of there, looking for the arm attack there, but before landing some strikes of his own, before hitting that elbow straight to the noggin. Pete Dunne now lifting up Jester, maybe looking for the bitter end of his own, nailing it into the canvas there, but might be too close to the ropes. No, he grabs the legs away from it. Smart strategy there. 1, 2, 3. Pete Dunne with the win. Pete Dunne almost getting taken off guard with the merry-go-round, but as soon as when Pete Dunne got back up, he immediately seized the opportunity, and that is why Pete Dunne is the flyweight champion. I will say Jester did take a little bit of damage around the back area and did get dropped on his head on the apron, so we have no idea how much Jester has been affected by this, but we will see I guess later on tonight how much it will affect his later performance. But for now, your flyweight champion is still Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne managed to get the victory there tonight, and it is time for our next match. And it is going to be the first of the triple threat women's qualifier matches for the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship. And out first is Mia Yim.
Making her way to the ring, representing the OC from Fortuna.
The OC don't exist. What are you on about? But yeah, that guy in the crowd is going wild for Mia Yim. Now, Mia Yim in Coew Wrestling has picked up a win against Rhea Ripley in Rhea's first match in this season. Mia Yim did manage to beat her. And Mia Yim has been riding on that victory. Has been losing against Rhea Ripley in recent times and in the Gauntlet match. But Mia Yim getting the fan support from the attendance and is looking to possibly get the win. Possibly get the win here tonight. And now Dakota Kai out here next. Dakota Kai being the first #1 contender in the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship this season. Looking to possibly get that title shot one more time against Sparkle Siren. Trying to right the wrongs of losing her last match against her. And marching on down to the ring with purpose in those eyes of hers. And wiping the boots on the canvas. And as we can see, Team Kick leader, a part of Damage Control, ready and able to compete here tonight. And will probably do any means necessary. Now, because this is a triple threat match, this is not elimination. I will state that now. And also, you can use weapons. And the next woman that is coming into this match is suffering severe losses against main event caliber wrestlers, and that is Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill has had quite an unfortunate past couple of I wouldn't say like I would say losses against Sparkle Siren and Zera.
From Vero Beach, Florida,
Jade Cargill seemingly using that big entrance flare. Like, people think that she is overly I wouldn't say produced, but she is overly hyped by her entrance alone, making her seem like that she is a megastar when she has lost 2 matches immediately in Coew Wrestling and has not yet to pick up a win. However, if Jade Cargill wins this match, that not only proves that she can hang with the best, but also proves that, like, she gets an opportunity to go after the Women's Championship. If she also then wins at Coew Wrestling episode 7 against the other person who will be in another women's triple threat match later on tonight. But Jade Cargill trying to get the fans on her side a little bit, as they are more on Mia Yim's side, I think, than Jade Cargill's. But yeah, we've got the crowd on their feet. Mia Yim, Dakota Kai, Jade Cargill. This is about to be a barn burner. And immediately 2 women walk into the center of the ring there before hitting that super kick, trying to take down a quick over, like just a toss there inside the ring. Dakota Kai going after Mia Yim though, trying to go after the knees of Mia Yim. Before a spear from Jade Cargill taking down Dakota Kai. And a quick little side slam into the canvas. And now quickly with the quad kicks before smashing her nose into the canvas. Instead of standing quad kicks, those were like kneeling. Tornado DDT from Mia Yim to Jade Cargill before landing that down again. And again with the quad kicks there, you can just see the spit coming off of the face or the sweat being kicked off. And quickly with a freak of nature full away slam there from Jade Cargill taking down Dakota Kai. But quickly was stomped down. Seems like they are just rotating and like taking down. After one gets taken down, the other one gets taken out by the other. And a quick tornado DDT, a good move in Mia Yim's arsenal that she has used plenty of times. And now Jade Cargill looking for like a big move up here. Looking for like possibly I don't know what she was looking for, but a quick candlestick shot taking down Mia Yim. Jade Cargill landing some stiff strikes around, uppercut to the back of the head of Dakota Kai, maybe trying to get a concussion going to take down Dakota. Now going after the knee there with a candlestick, the knee that has had ACL troubles throughout Dakota Kai's time. Quickly breaking up the pinfall there. Throwing into Dakota Kai right now. Oh, going after the stomach there with a couple of elbow strikes. Dakota rolling around quickly with Hurricane Rana there, but being taken down by Jade Cargill, breaking up the pinfall. Release German suplex across the ring. Now looking for another DDT. Mia Yim looking for the cover there. Dakota Kai seeing it, not letting that happen. Only one count. Now going in for the cover. Oh, no, not for the cover. Just quickly with a takedown. Jade Cargill. Going after the side. Oh, Jade with a quick knee to the gut. Put in the corner. Jade now going after the arms of Dakota Kai's. Now quickly eat the feet. Mia Yim quickly sneaking up behind her, looking in for the cover there. Was the Dakota Kai is a little bit stunned in the corner. 1, 2. Oh, only a 1 count. That eat the feet could have been the victor there, but wasn't. Dakota Kai having to now step up a little bit, looking for the chiropractor in the middle of the ring. Nails the chiropractor, going in for the cover here tonight, and quickly breaking up the pinfall. The chiropractor did not work out. Pump kick, taking down Dakota Kai, going in for a big old cover. 1, 2, no, only a 1 count. Quickly with Mia Yim, going with a baseball bat straight across the head of Jade Cargill, and now looking for some headshots of her own towards Dakota Kai, swinging at a bat like a mad woman. Quickly with a pump kick takedown. Now Jade Cargill inside the ring looking for the glam slam. Now Jade Cargill is known for marching around the ring with her before dropping her down face first into the canvas, and now looking to hit the pinfall. What? Okay, I guess it's not a pinfall. I've been McLied to. Quickly going in for a quick tornado DDT of her own from the corner there. Oh, second rope moonsault. We have seen a lot of moonsaults here tonight. And this is only our 3rd match in Coew Wrestling Battle Fortuna. There is a 9-match card. We have just seen the flyweight championship match against Jester versus Pete Dunne, and at the opener of the show we have also seen the flyweight not flyweight, it's I say flyweight because they both begin with F. It is the FU briefcase match, not the flyweight championship. There was other people in that match there. If you missed it, please make sure to watch this on the Coew Wrestling YouTube channel, which is actually going to be uploaded on the P22 channel. And quickly, Dakota Kai trying to get a submission victory over Jade Cargill right now, as that was happening. Quickly with shoulder barge, going down chiropractor, not chiropractor, just with detonation kick, using the kicks offense to land big results. Going in for the cover there, and a 3 count with the detonation kick. Dakota Kai wins the first women's qualifier to go into Coew Wrestling's Coew Wrestling episode 7's number 1's contenders match Dakota Kai securing a spot for herself immediately. Right, we are back here tonight for Coew Wrestling Bella Fortuna. Already this show is off to a great start, and now we're here for a triple threat tables tag team match. Quick things to note, there is no eliminations here tonight. It is only one team wins when they put one person through a table, and that is how this is going to work. It's the number one contendership for the Coew Wrestling Tag Team Champions, who are yet to be known at the end of tonight. Currently is DIY, but it could be the Chuckle Fucks. And out here first, it is Romano and Raffaello. These two have earned themselves in Coew Wrestling Management's eyes for a Tag Team Championships title shot, and they have beaten the House of Black of Buddy Matthews and Brody King. I was almost going to say Brody Lee, and that's not correct. Brody King, after learning from the Kings of the Black Throne and using their wisdom, improving in their match, and they are both here tonight wearing their tag gear, ready for possibly one of the biggest matches of their career. I think this is their first special show in tag action as well. Both of them standing in the ring ready for a brawl and all. We're going to have ourselves a tables match. The second team that is announced, I will say that there is a third team in this match, in this triple threat, which is yet to be announced. I don't know who they are. This is a complete mystery to me as well. But Kevin Owens marching on down to the ring. Is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They also won a tag team match in recent times in Coew Wrestling. And so they have gotten the opportunity to fight here tonight. And Kevin Owens marching down to the ring, full of piss and vinegar, wanting a brawl. Putting someone through a table for a victory could be up Kevin's alley, but he could also just want to dish out as much punishment as possible. He's pretty much a bit of a hothead, Kevin Owens is. But we shall see how this goes for Kevin Owens, who is staring at his opponents on the outside there, waiting for his partner Sami Zayn to come down to the ring. And Kevin actually put in a pretty good showing last time in Coew Wrestling as well. And now it is time for Sami Zayn to come out with the crowd singing his theme, kind of similar to how Nakamura's earlier was being sang. I just realized how low the stage is. They're going to be bumping their heads if they don't duck underneath that when trying to enter the ring. But Sami Zayn coming down to the ring with the crowd cheering alongside him, singing his song. Avoiding any DMCA that we're going to get on Coew Wrestling. And Sami is loving it. And there you go, the crowd cheering after singing that along and getting ready and fired up with everybody in attendance. And now it's time for our mystery team here. Who is it going to be? Who is going to be in the mystery tag team here tonight? Now the lights are showing around. It's all blue. This person likes the color blue. Oh, it is Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. And Joe Hendry pointing up at the Tron here tonight. He's getting ready, hitting his poses before he hits that turn. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? But who did he bring across with him? Joe Hendry being a literal... like he was on the charts in the UK where they had to play his song because it was like in like the... I don't know what the charts thing called, but it's like when you release a song, it's like it's the version of like, oh, you're like the most watched person. It's like the most played song or the most bought song in the UK. It was like number 4. It was absolutely insane that Joe Hendry got there, and we believe in Joe Hendry. If you believe in Joe Hendry that he can win this match, he might succeed. We don't know who his tag partner is, as it is just Joe Hendry here. He could be someone else from Impact. He's waving his hands in the air with the crowd by the looks of it in attendance. But who is his tag partner? Who is it? What are you joking me? Are you fucking joking me? Wait. Wait. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess if Joe Hendry needs a partner. You gotta believe that if you want to believe in Joe Hendry, you also gotta have hustle, loyalty, and respect, and never give up. It is Jonathan Cena making his Coew Veteran Wrestling debut. Oh, John Cena making his Coew Veteran Wrestling debut here tonight. He believes in Joe Hendry, and he is coming on down here, throwing his hands to the crowd. I almost wanted to call him John Hendry for a second there when he came out. No way. Okay, so well, this match has started, so I guess we're gonna see who's who. I don't think John Cena and Joe Hendry has ever stepped in the ring with each other in the past, but this is this type of stuff that you get in Coew Veteran Wrestling. John Cena, never competing in Coew Veteran Wrestling before. I know The Rock has. We should have promoted this a lot more, that this match was gonna happen. But I guess that would have been. Oh Jesus! Quickly with a straight jacket suplex onto the concrete floor by Joe Hendry to Romano. Raffaello trying to take out Kevin Owens there. John Cena stopping that immediately with a sidewalk slam. John Cena, famous Hollywood actor, former wrestler, now becoming a wrestler again here tonight. If John Cena wins this, he gets a title shot for the tag titles. I want to make that clear. He gets a title shot for the. Oh Jesus! John Cena just power slammed Sami Zayn out onto the concrete floor from the ring. That is painful in every aspect. Quickly, Joe Hendry taking on Kevin Owens onto the concrete. Remember, that is straight up concrete flooring on the outside. There is no give on the concrete floor. It is very brutal, and for someone like John Cena, that is going to be brutal. John Cena is definitely the oldest in this match. I believe he's in his 50s at the moment. John Cena are going to be having a retirement tour as of this being streamed, happening as his final year being in 2025. And John Cena, like, just fighting with all of his heart inside the ring. Well, you're not inside the ring, on the outside, and Raphael being dropped on the concrete. He's using that concrete to good work, I'm saying that much. It's definitely going to hurt these wrestlers, like, immediately in the next morning, the more times they get dropped on the concrete floor. I'm still surprised that John Cena had been. How did Joe Hendry manage to convince John Cena to come back for this? That's what I want to know. Like, I'm not saying that, like, it's a bad thing. Like, it's far from it. John Cena being here, that's great. But honestly, how did Joe Hendry get John Cena in this bit match? That is my question. Because John Cena has stated that he's done with wrestling, he's got Hollywood commitments, and now he's here. That's why we can't get him. But he is here tonight. And now, quickly landing in those strikes on Kevin Owens. Raffaello is standing in the ring, looking to be helping Romano there, with Joe Hendry putting Sami Zayn through the table immediately with a power slam. Oh my goodness! John Cena and Joe Hendry picking up the quick victory there with the tables match, just lifting up Sami Zayn and plowing him through it. And John Cena telling the fans to get up as they're waving their hands in the C Nation. Joe Hendry and John Cena are the #1 contenders for whoever is the tag team champions after tonight. I am still shocked by the surprise debut of John Cena earlier, but we're going into our next match here tonight, and it is the other triple threat qualifier for the, not tomorrow, but the next show called Vid Wrestling's #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship, and it is Zero marching on out here tonight. Why is her hair grey? Why is her hair grey? I think Sarah may have dyed her hair grey here tonight. Marching on down here towards the ring. Sarah not having the greatest of odds, recently losing because of her bad knees to Rhea Ripley. And now probably getting a bit stressed there. Maybe that's why the grey hair is there. Or maybe it's just a fashion statement. Who knows? But Coew Wrestling fans are just staring at Zera as they mark down here, still in shock from the John Cena surprise. But Zera is ready to go to war. Standing on the top turnbuckle here. And there you go, flexing her non-existent muscles there, saying that I am the one around here looking to get a big title opportunity. You can still see a bit of blackness in her hair, like underneath, so I don't know why it's grey. Maybe it's definitely a style choice. It's definitely a style choice. People with grey hair are valid. I just was taken back by like the choice here. Especially since Zera is nowhere near the age where you can get grey hair. But, you know, it could be just trauma from the fact that she lost last time. But we shall see. Zera now stretching out on the ropes, looking to get that victory, looking to possibly get another shot at the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship. By the way, the deal is still there with Sparkle Siren. And we will find out after this show what's happening. Her hair is now back to black. I guess that was a lighting problem. And now it's time for the Unseen Demon to march on down to the ring. Unseen Demon marching on down with the crooked teeth. And high heels and all. The crowd shouting "Go home" at her. That is very mean. I'm shouting so pathetic at a wrestler who has probably bitten more wrestlers in Coew Wrestling than anybody combined. Is probably a fair. Actually, no, Pete Dunne exists. But still, that is a strange strategy to employ. I would not suggest that. And now our next contestant here tonight. It is... Why are the crowd wooing? It is Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria not really winning her last match in Coew Wrestling. But she is definitely trying to prove the haters wrong here tonight by trying to get a win.
From Dublin, Ireland.
Same sort of vibe that Jade Cargill had, but Lyra Valkyria is looking to cause a bunch of problems for anybody else in the women's division. The crowd are wooing with her, so I feel like this is just an actual thing that just happens. And there you go, like having the hands there as like a portrait for Valkyria. This is a very good opportunity for everyone. Zera is definitely the fan favorite in this as a former world champion and also going in the brutality side of this. But as well, I can see Unseen probably the unpredictable one to get this title match, and Lyra Valkyria using her speed and agility to possibly outdo both of them. And there you go. The referee just censoring Lyra Valkyria there. That's great of you, ref. Like, thanks for standing in the way of that camera shot. Really proud of you. Good job. You did your job correctly. And now Zera immediately knocking out Lyra Valkyria with 2 punches. Like, just immediately, just with knockout blows. Zera, the brawler in this situation, I guess, while Unseen is definitely the unpredictable nature of it all. And Lyra Valkyria has shown off again, speed is the key for Lyra Valkyria. Immediately going around back, looking for a backdrop driver onto the arm there, trying to potentially snap that arm. But being thrown to the outside, Unseen quickly looking for a powerbomb attempt in the ring. Down, stacking on them with the high heels. High heels could be also used as a weapon. Just imagine stomping on someone's eye socket with the high heels. That would be very dangerous. I do not know why you're wearing high heels in a wrestling match, but honestly, I'm not the people who allow attires, because if I were that, then you wouldn't also have the spiked elbow pads. We're quickly landing some kicks there on top. Looking in for a quick elbow strikes. Going in for a quick head scissors takedown. And I'm going in for a running knee strike there, but taking down Lyra Valkyria and immediately going into the ground and pound assault. Trying her best to make sure that Lyra stays down. Choking her now, strangling with her little hands right there. And a quick clothesline taking down Unseen. And it's just, there you go. It's just a complete onslaught all the time, no matter what. And quickly thrown over the top rope to Unseen. Quick candlestick shot straight to the spine, not really going into the favor of Zero. Lyra quickly getting out of the Unseen grip and then trying to throw Unseen into the corner. Not into the corner, but over the ropes. Quickly well thrown over there. And Zero looking to hit any possible angle. Looking in for the pedigree this early on onto Lyra Valkyria. That move has won Zero championships, and using it on Lyra Valkyria is probably a good way to try to win another belt. Lyra just down on the floor, knocked out right there. With Zero kicking out at a 0 count there. I think that was probably not a smart strategy to target Zero for the pin instead of Lyra Valkyria. But hey, I'm not Unseen. I don't know what's going on there. Elbow strike straight with the spiked elbow pads. That probably would have busted open Zero if it wasn't for the mask that Zero wears after her sanity broken from the last time she lost the heavyweight title. Zero getting her arm, not her arm, it was Lyra Valkyria getting Unseen's arm trapped within the ropes. With a quick kick to take it down a step further. Lyra Valkyria now going after Zero. Putting her leg into the ropes before kicking the knee. Trying to bust that knee out. Already a bad knee that we've seen from the Rhea Ripley match. Quick hip toss over. Lyra Valkyria going in for a power slam. Quick rotating all the way around. Going in for a clothesline down, quickly sidesteps it into an Insagiri. Lyra Valkyria is definitely having the momentum on her side in this fight right now, taking down both competitors with relative ease. Deadlift, like, into... Oh! Super kick with the high heels straight into the nose of the Lyra Valkyria. Again, super kicks aren't the way how it goes. And now just yanking the arm back, looking for that arm bar right there, trying to look for the salt of the earth, trying to break the arm. Potentially trying to wrench out the socket, going for kicks to the gut, looking for possibly a powerbomb move. No. Oh, what is this? It's like a backbreaker move with like a submission attempt, but quickly Zero getting out of it. And a quick candlestick shot to Zero's back after getting out of the submission there, and quickly Unseen trying to look for a big move here, a big opportunity for the Unseen Daemon. And then Unseen looking for a quick backdrop driver onto the candlestick, landing it to perfection. Zero with a big boot, Unseen unfazed. Now looking to possibly deal with Zero permanently. Drop the neck first onto the ropes. And then quickly going down underneath, looking for a sharpshooter. Oh, no, not looking for a sharpshooter. Looking for a triangle choker in like a sharpshooter-like position there. Breaking up the submission hold right now to make sure Unseen doesn't get through. But Unseen looking for the same submission hold again, but this time on Zero, looking in pretty close here. This is unable to break out of it. Oh no, Zero did break out of it there. I'm surprised about that. That move did look a little bit harder to get out of than most submission moves that never drew this effect with the spike elbow pads. Lyra Valkyria looking for her finishing move and nailing it into the canvas. Looking for the referee, going in for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Lyra Valkyria with the win here tonight against both Zero and Unseen Daemon. Lyra Valkyria proving that her loss last week was not her representative of her skills in the ring, as she has just been a former world champion, or former multiple time world champion in Zero, as well as being Unseen there. Definitely in a lot of pain right now, but is also very much looking forward to the next show where she'll be fighting against Dakota Kai to see who will be the #1 contender for the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship. We are back in Coew Wrestling, and it is time for our Coew Wrestling Tag Team Championship match, and we are now coming out here tonight with the Chuckle Fucks as Jester's walking on out here, not bandaged up by the looks of it, and having to reapply face paint. But Jester is definitely beating up a bit from the Pete Dunne match, not having any gold to show for it, but is out here anyway nonetheless. Pete standing on the ramp whilst Dink marches on our next to Jester, and we are here for Jester and Dink the Chuckle Fucks versus #DIY. Now these two have won in a #1 contenders match against Malachi Black and Brody King, as well as Rafael and Romano. They have holded on to this thing as well, and they've holded on to their tag team wins as being undefeated in tag team action. Dinkle has beaten Johnny Gargano in a singles match as well, which is going to prove like a huge factor in like how this is going to work. And like, yeah, this could possibly be the end of DIY being tag team champions. Also DIY's first title defense as champions as well in Coew Wrestling. Now, there is a huge factors at play. Like I said earlier tonight and also now, Jester has been in a match already. He has fought against Pete Dunne. He had dealt some damage to Pete Dunne, but he's also been hit with a bitter end. He has been targeted on the back. His head has been hit directly, like dome first on the apron. So he is a lot weaker than he was before. Second thing, Johnny Gargano and, like, you know, Tommaso Ciampa are definitely fresh and definitely has revised for this moment and has wanted to make sure that they will not be made a joke. And like last thing as well, like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, like they have been former singles champions as well. Although they have not had a great few matches in Coew Wrestling, they have beaten the likes of Mockingbird, Will Ospreay, and Ricochet. They have won the titles to start with, and they are probably the most freshest people in this match, like, to be thinking about it. The disadvantage of Jester being hurt, like, Dink will probably have to carry it for the most part. Dink has beaten Johnny Gargano, but Johnny Gargano does try to learn from his mistakes. And so I can see this going either way between the two. And now the title being shown on display right there.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Action
The crowd on their feet,
Championship.
ready for this tag
Introducing
match.
the challengers at a combined weight of 439
400 and something pounds.
And
It is the Chuckle Fucks.
combined weight of
The announcer just didn't say it because they are too coward.
Tag team champions Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, DIY.
Johnny and Tommaso holding on to the belts real tight, not wanting to let go of them, working so hard. But finally relenting, giving them up to the ref. And now raising both belts up high. The Chuckle Fuck. Jester's starting the match. I wouldn't say that that's a wise idea. Tommaso Ciampa and Jester starting the match respectfully. And they're both going in for a grapple there. And Jester being thrown in DIY's corner. And immediately Tommaso Ciampa using that to his advantage. And going after the lower back there. The back is definitely a target for Tommaso Ciampa to use there to put in the boot on the lower back. I would have not suggested having Jester start the match, honestly. Like, and quickly Jester going in for a strike in the corner, but like Jester is the weaker one out of the two. He has had the matches earlier, as I keep repeatedly saying. I just don't think it's a great idea, but I could be wrong right now. But Tommaso Ciampa proving a little bit right, going after that lower back, going after the area that Pete Dunne was attacking earlier. You would have no doubt that they would have watched that match earlier and seen what weaknesses have developed over time. Going after the arm now of Jester, trying to rake the arm a little bit more. Going up to the top rope, Dragon Sleeper, and hanging Jester with a Dragon Sleeper. How is the referee not counting this right now? That is a definite violation. Now going in for the cover, and Dingle immediately breaking up the pinfall. Like, Dingle already knowing, like, hey, this is not going to end well. And a quick knee strike straight to the face of Jester. Jester trying to crawl over to the ropes, but Tommaso Ciampa quickly grabbing all of that arm that wanted the tag and just stomping on it. Johnny Gargano now getting in, ready to dish out some more damage of his own. Johnny Gargano lifting up Jester. And then thrown over into the corner. And looking for, I don't even know what this is, just quickly stretching out Jester. Jumping on into the ring. Jester quickly grabbing over Johnny Gargano before ramming him butt first into the turnbuckle and tossing him away. Now Jester landing a kick of his own. Landing a second kick of his own. And possibly a third right now, going in for the hat trick. Now Jester lifting him up, throwing him over into the corner of Dinkles. Maybe looking for a tag. No, not even looking for a tag. Just driving him into the corner there. Now maybe looking for just to slam him down. Yep, that was what happened. Kick to the spine. Yep, there you go. Going over to the outside. Oh, quickly knocking down Dinkle a little bit there. I think that was a little bit of miscommunication there. Little bit of miscommunication by Jester. Looking for a quick handspring elbow. And now what is the Jester planning right here? No, shotgun drop kick straight to the side of the head, but that didn't work. Holding on to his lower back there as the damage is creeping up. We're trying to go in for his own shotgun drop kick. Jester rolling away from it. Quick knees to the gut. We're going over the ropes. Quickly, Rough Rider is down into the canvas. Again, elbow straight to the back of Johnny Gargano. And now Dinkle being tagged in. Dinkle 100% ready and willing to do anything in this match to succeed and win the titles. We have seen Dinkle beating Johnny Gargano before. We have seen Dinkle winning a lot of tag matches with the cleanup on aisle 7. Discus clothesline though from Johnny Gargano, taking down Dinkle. And Johnny Gargano realizing that that's probably not a good idea. Again, and ever bold man, the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa, Blackheart, getting into this ring. And going after the leg again, Pillmanizing that leg, trying to take the big man out a little bit there with a quick discus forearm before getting Johnny Gargano in the ring. I do not know what the strategy is here. I probably just to disorientate Dinkle would be my best bet. A tornado DT right there. But I would suggest that, like, you know, I don't know what just happened there. I think that was a botch. I think, like, you know, Tommaso Ciampa would have been a better suited strategy with Johnny Gargano in the fight now, going in for the cover. Only a 1 count, though, before Dinkle kicked out. Johnny Gargano with an elbow drop straight to the chest. Looking to dish out some damage to Jester. Looking like that he's going to hit that DDT on the apron again that we saw earlier from Pete Dunne. And now Johnny Gargano going back into the ring. And looking like Tommaso Ciampa is going to be eating apron backdrop on the apron there. And looking to, as a receipt, I guess, from what happened earlier. 1 count by the ref, going into the ring, and now going to drag him across, nailing him in the corner. Elbow strike, elbow strike. Going in for the cover here. 1, 2, no, only 1 count, only 1 count, only 1 count. Now looking to choke around with a little bit. Looking for a crossface there on Johnny Gargano. Looking for the submission victory against Johnny Gargano. How humiliating would that be if Johnny did tap out there? Dinkle, you may want to stop flexing them biceps. Like I know you got them big arms, but like maybe not a good idea to do that when you're in the middle of the ring with a former 3-time world champion. I'm just saying. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? But now Johnny Gargano with a quick elbow strike, going down, strip out the leg, and immediately Gargano escape. And this is what I mean. You have to not do this, otherwise this could happen. Just to quickly stomping out Gargano though, so then you have to release the hold. But that is enough damage that can warrant a huge, drastic measure in this match being changed. A quick jab in the corner as well there. That was a rough old hook. Now going after Dinkle a little bit. Dinkle going after Johnny Gargano. Oh, lifting him up. Dropping him on Tommaso Ciampa's hand and just getting ready, raged up. Why is he flexing at Ciampa? I think Dinkle wanted Ciampa in the ring, and Ciampa just answered with Project Ciampa. Immediately to the spine. Just immediately like, okay, if you want to show off at me, then here you go. This is the receipt. 1, 2, 3. And that is all you wrote. That's why you don't get cocky, because they will just immediately wipe you out. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa are still your tag team champions, and as much as they are celebrating right now, I gotta remind you that the number 1 contenders for the DIY's tag team titles is Joe Hendry and John Cena. Tag team names still pending. But yes, that is what's happening, and everybody, good luck to these guys, I guess, when that comes round. Our next match here tonight is the Coew Wrestling Hardcore Championship match. I mean, I'll take the Action Hardcore Championship, even though it's the Coew Wrestling Hardcore Championship, but, you know, I'll take it. And out first tonight is going to be the Switchblade, Jay White, the person who beat Edward P123 to secure the win, to be able to fight for this title. And he has won every single match that he has been a part of in Coew Wrestling so far in Season 4. And it is the Switchblade era written on the back of the coat there, as he is marching on down to the ring. Jay White looking for possibly a big win against CM Punk. Again, he's already beaten Punk before. That's how he got in this situation, and he's looking to beat him again on a bigger stage for the title. Arguing with the fans there. Jay wearing red to represent the blood and the hardcore that is going to be inflicted in this match, as well as just he usually wearing this gear only for special occasions. And we'll see how special this night will be for the Switchblade. If he gets the win here tonight, he will win the hardcore title once again. And not only that, but prove to everybody why he thinks that he is the best in the world by fighting the best. And thinking that Mr. Punk is nothing more than a fraud in Coew Wrestling. Getting a fluke win against a weak man that he managed to beat in order to secure this title shot. And coming out next is CM Punk wearing the colors of the show, pink. And standing upon the stage whilst the crowd are chanting for him. And it is clobbering time. CM Punk managing to beat Edward P123 at the last special show for the Coew Wrestling Hardcore Championship. He did lose to CM Punk, he did lose to Top, and he did definitely lose to in the 6-man tag team match, but he wants to get some wins underneath his belt. He wants to prove that he can defend this title with honor, and he is doing so here tonight. He is defending the Hardcore Championship to prove that to every doubter that has ever spoken about his name. And there you go, he's standing on the top ropes with the championship around his waist that he believes he has earned. That Hardcore Championship means a lot to Punk. And also just the thing here, Punk is also going, like, after tonight, Punk will not know who his challengers are. We do not know who the number 1 contenders are. But Punk has said that he's going to defend that title more often than not after tonight's show, as he's going to finally, in his own words, prove why he is champion and make that belt even more prestigious than the heavyweight title, because at one stage in Coew Wrestling, that title was up there with the heavyweight championship, and he wants to prove that the heavyweight title isn't the main title. He wants this belt to main event a special show. He wants to main event a special show as well. And we can see him holding that belt over his head, proud and all. And CM Punk hanging over the Coew Wrestling Hardcore Championship. Jay White looking down at the belt. And the referee showing it off to everybody in attendance. It is time for tonight's Hardcore Championship match in a death match between the Switchblade and CM Punk. Quickly with some punches into the face and looking for a quick, just grappling the legs there into an exploder. Jay White is not letting CM Punk get the first offensive move. Now, Jay White is a great defensive wrestler. His main strat is to always counter other people's best offense, but in hardcore matches that is very hard to do, and you might need to go and resort to weapons, which is what Jay White has done. He's propped CM Punk up into the corner before getting the table. Punk going to the outside looking to get a weapon. Jay White not really wanting to let that happen. Light tube being introduced and quickly disarming CM Punk there before that light tube was used, and CM Punk with a Falcon Arrow onto the concrete floor to answer Jay White. That light tube is very dangerous. It can have poisonous powder inside of it, as well as glass being shattered everywhere. It can cut you open like fucking razor blades. It is very, very dangerous. But CM Punk now just taking a beating on the outside by Jay White. This can be pinfall or submission anywhere. I think literally Jay White just spit on CM Punk there? The amount of disrespect on show is amazing by Switchblade Jay White. Jay White going after the knees, looking to try to shatter CM Punk's knees on the outside there. Looking for a submission there on the outside. I was more thinking that he's going to slam on the concrete, but looking like that he's trying to contort his face onto the concrete and trying to lock up the knees. CM Punk's knees, you know, are very useful for the go to sleep, so very much trying to handicap him in this match. Now landing in some stiff strikes on his own, looking for a quick suplex. Oh, brainbuster on the concrete floor by CM Punk, going in for the cover, understandably. One, and only a 1 count by Jay White. Not by Jay White, by Punk. But Jay White kicking out at 1. That was nasty right there. That was so nasty. Quickly smashing the head off of the announce table covers there. And now looking for the Pepsi twist onto the concrete floor. Stub on the arms, knees to the spine. And a quick slap around. Back fist, knocking out Punk, not knocking out Punk, knocking out Jay White. And Punk going in for the cover now immediately. And Jay White with a kick out at 1 from the cover immediately to Punk. And Punk now looking for an exploder on his own on the outside on the concrete. White needs to get back into the ring. This is not looking good for him. Every time he lands on that concrete is dealing with a lot more damage. I'm thinking of the years that I'm probably being taken off of the careers each time. Quickly, with smashing of the head on the golden ring post right there. Jay White going around the back and now looking for a knee hook right there. We have seen this move being used multiple times to submit legends in New Japan, such as Hiroshi Tanahashi, Okada, but using that submission hold on them. And White getting the upper hand now. White now looking for a I was about to say the steel trash can, but not really doing that. That's a barbed wire baseball bat. Punk, oh my goodness. Okay, Punk is now getting barbed wire baseball bat used on him by the Jay White. Punk is not doing well there. On the knees right there, that's the last one. And again on the face. Jay White has now just turned the tide immediately in this match using that barbed wire baseball bat. Punk is not able to break up the thing there, finally stopping Jay White's assault with that by throwing him on the steel barricade. A quick clock around the side of the head. That was a barbed wire bat used extensively on Punk. And trying to use that steel chair there. Jay White immediately, after like resting a little bit on there, just quickly getting out there, drops him on the concrete, or neck first, or maybe a little bit over the chair. He is picking up the barbed wire bat again. He wants to make CM Punk be super damaged right now. He does not want to take him out willy-nilly. Referee counting the pin from a long range there. I don't see if that was a good idea, but that was a 1 count by the ref. Jay White now locking in, trying to use CM Punk, throw him over into the thing. A big boy sent on was used there. CM Punk now getting his arms stretched after multiple shots with the barbed wire bat. I would like to repeat, that is a barbed wire bat used against Punk's flesh multiple times in this fight. I do not see any cut marks on them, and I'm quite impressed by that. Punk with a kick to the gut, and now trying to go after the legs of Jay White. Getting Jay White into the corner before now going after his arms once again. Now going up top looking for a 1-2 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, Jay White quickly getting out at 7. And a quick drop kick straight to the face of CM Punk. Now looking for a steel chair. Throwing a chair at Punk, but Punk did not react to it in the slightest. Punk on a ladder on the outside. Jay White getting in the ring. Punk dropped the ladder. Looking for possibly the Anaconda Vice. Looking to submit Jay White on the outside here. Using the ladder as leverage, I'm trying to assume at the moment, with his legs being hooked inside of it. But now I'm quickly trying to get Jay White up. Jay White maybe being hit with a go to sleep. But no, White quickly getting out of there. He's not taking that at all at face value. Looking for a double underhook real quick. Oh my goodness! Just dropping Punk face first into the, like, outside there. He's dropping head first into the concrete floor. Now dropping Jay White onto the ladder with a dragon screw. And now Jay White moving the ladder away a little bit there, as Punk is targeting that shoulder on the concrete. Now going after the back a little bit there. Didn't really hit that well. But that might be it. That's all it could be. 1, 2, 3. No, Jay White kicking out. CM Punk a little bit annoyed by that. CM Punk trying to keep down the switchblade. But that ain't working, and now throwing him head first into the goal post, the ring post. Now with a chop, punch, another punch, looking for another one, and just locking in as many punches as he can. Quickly with a fisherman's suplex. Punk maybe looking for the bin. No, he's looking for a barbed wire bat himself, and Punk maybe looking for retribution. But quickly, Jay White trying to stop the Punk from doing that, but Punk landing in that barbed wire bat shot, and quickly going in for the legs. Oh, never mind. Punk quickly being taken down, and Punk looking to be submitted here, or not Punk, but Jay White looking to submit Punk with a knee bar, but Punk managing to turn it around and locking in at the face, quickly punching in the strikes, trading blows. Punk a little bit staggering right there. Jay White being thrown into the ring. Finally, both participants in the ring, no longer fighting on the outside. Jay White throwing CM Punk into the ref there. A little distraction. DDT. White managing to pick up pace a little bit here. Going to the outside. I don't get why you would want to be on the outside. That's a light tube. That's a light tube. Trying to use the light tube there, but Punk realizing if he didn't stop White there, he would have gotten hit in the face with a light tube. Now going for him in the ring. Going in for a quick drop kick attempt there. DDT on the canvas. And then another cover of 1, 2. And kick out 2. Punk needs to hit the GTS. Jay White, though, with a jawbreaker. And now landing his own strikes. With a side slam. Now going after CM Punk's shoulders. After what CM Punk did to him on the floor. White is firing up. Now looking for that knee again. And Jay White has been targeting the leg repeatedly throughout this entire match. Maybe he's trying to look for a submission on Punk all the way through it. Getting that trash can. And throwing it into the ring. Now what is Jay White planning? Quick clothesline into the corner. Landed on the bin there a little bit. 1, 2. And kick out 2, but a weak kick out from Punk. That is a weak kick out. Punk is on the ropes. Why being admired by the fans? We've already seen what happens if you get too cocky in this fight. And I don't want Jay White to fall down that same rabbit hole, but he might have just done. Punk now getting the offense he needs. Going in for the GTS. Could this be it? Nails the GTS in the ring. Going in for the cover. There's no rope breaks. If White doesn't kick out, he has lost the match. And CM Punk with the win. Here tonight in Coew Wrestling.
Here is your winner,
CM Punk gaining the win and still having the Coew Wrestling Hardcore Championship around his waist. Jay White looking defeated on the outside, thinking that he would have it all won. But again, just taunting just that brief second was all the difference maker. It was the opening that CM Punk needed to hit the GTS and get the win. Punk now still the Coew Wrestling Hardcore Champion and is still reigns supreme. We are in the semi-main event now, and it's our Coew Wrestling Women's Championship match here tonight.
Action Heavyweight Championship.
Honestly, Heavyweight Championship or the World Champion for the Women's Championship, that is very valid, but we are here because of these two women, and it is the brutality being shown on the Tron. It is Rhea Ripley versus Sparkle Siren. And Rhea standing on stage with a crowd behind her. Rhea causing so many problems in Coew Wrestling. Always having an undefeated streak for Season 4. Besides that first loss against Mia Yim, she has been unstoppable. Beating Jade Cargill, beating Lyra Valkyria, beating Zera. Well, not Lyra Valkyria, but Zera, and beating a lot of the other women, winning that 8-woman gauntlet in order to secure the win to fight here tonight. And she has been on an unstoppable singles match winning streak to go after Sparkle Siren, and she is here tonight to gain the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship. She has tried and failed occasionally to get the title, so maybe here tonight she can possibly pull it off. But we shall see. Sparkle Siren also gaining a lot of wins. I think Sparkle Siren is actually undefeated here in Coew Wrestling since Season 4 started. So we shall see how that is going to go. Rhea Ripley marching around in the ring, prepared as always, laser focused for the title match that she's about to have in the semi-main event. And Sparkle Siren The lights have gone a bit dimmer in the crowd, with the fog across the stage. And we're up, bouncing up and down, ready for a fight. Sparkle nowhere to be seen yet. Oh, the lights are now dimmed down in the ring, and that is because Sparkle is here, and Sparkle looking more intimidating than ever before. Coew Wrestling Women's Champion. Wearing what looks to be a bigger coat this time and a mask. Marching down to the ring for intimidating factor. Sparkle being initially one of the figureheads in Coew Wrestling before it was passed down to Loki, then to Zera, and now back down to her. She has been one of the huge faces in Coew Wrestling for a long time. And she doesn't plan on giving up that title. And everybody on the show so far has retained their championships. There have been no title changes, and that could be the same thing that happens to Sparkle here. But as well, Rhea Ripley is looking to be on a dominant path. So it is a real turn up between the two. Sparkle having the crowd behind her as well as Rhea. I think both women have an equal shot at beating each other. With the strengths and weaknesses, Sparkle's is actually probably not even in the striking game, but more on just like trying to outsmart Rhea. Well, Rhea is in the powerhouse strat between the two. Wearing that robe, wearing a lot of fancy clothes there just before this match here tonight. The crowd are chanting Rhea at the moment, while the Women's Championship is on the line.
Introducing the challenger from Adelaide, Australia, Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley being introduced.
And her opponent from Blackpool, England, the Women's Action Heavyweight Champion, Stunning Star.
There she is, Sparkle wearing gold. We have seen similar gears worn by Sparkle in the past in Season 1. Where Sparkle wore the gold gear to signify her championship reign as being the forever Coew Wrestling Women's Champion. But that is now a different time. It is Sparkle versus Rhea Ripley. Referee, ring that bell because it is time to throw hands, and immediately a chop to the face, punch to the gut, and I'm going to go after the back of Rhea Ripley. Sparkle landed in the first few strikes, getting the advantage in the opener right now. This could lead on to more. Now going after the head, throwing Rhea Ripley into the corner, looking to lift up Rhea and driving her back first into the other corner. Oh, and now driving her back into the one before. Sparkle landing a lot of those big tackle moves before Rhea Ripley throws her to the outside of the ring. This does have countouts and disqualifications, so there is champion advantage if Sparkle wants to do a countout or gets disqualified. She will still be champion, but Rhea, I don't think really cares about that at the moment. Stomping her hand on the concrete, trying to break her little digits in her hand, and immediately going on the ground and pound assault on the outside on the concrete. And a quick disrespectful slap to the champion. The challenger immediately going in for a headlock, going to drag Sparkle into the side of the ring. And now a 4 count by the referee trying to tell the women to get back into the ring. Rhea gets back into the ring though. 5 count by the ref. Sparkle on the outside, 6. And Sparkle getting back into the ring. Rhea wanted that with a big boot. There was nothing you can really do on Sparkle's front. You just have to try to counter Rhea, but I guess that happened immediately after. Sparkle trying to go after Rhea Ripley some more, trying to put on the ropes a little bit there. Quick slap to the chest before going after the legs there. Grabbing hold of her head, lifting her up, gonna try to drop her onto the turnbuckle in front of her. Nails it. Now just stomping on down and grinding down on the throat. No, quickly thrown over into the ropes, ducking down underneath, getting up, looking for a big drop, nails down into the canvas, and then quickly rolling over, trying to climb up onto the ropes, but a quick punch to the head, another punch, looking for a third, but that didn't land correctly. Quick punch to the gut, and now quickly just throwing Rhea up and then just dropping her down. Landed in some big, heavy strikes between the two. Sparkle looking to go up to the top rope. And Rhea getting up with a shoulder barge, meeting Rhea to take her back down. Sparkle scouting out all the strategies there, going in for a 2 count there. And big boot taking down Sparkle Siren. And Rhea Ripley with a quick overhand straight to the spine. Will punch round, looking for a German suplex maybe. No, punch to the spine of Sparkles. And now Rhea looking for an stretch hold. Just abdomen stretch before quickly punching her in the side of the head and throwing her over, but quickly going with a head scissors takedown. Big boot takedown to to Rhea. Rhea trying to stand up in the corner. Quick elite with a clothesline, taking her to the outside. And Sparkle taunting on the ropes. This is the curse of tonight. Could this be the end of Sparkle, as she has taken her eyes off the prize, was Rhea wasn't taken down fully. All Rhea needs to do is hit that Riptide. Now we're trying to go in for a German suplex, that did not work. And quickly we'll slam down into the canvas. Just lining those hooks in, laying them in. And quickly with a snapping neck on the ropes there. Rhea getting the advantage back in her favor with a drop kick as well. This is equally contested between two of these women. The referee standing in the way, but Rhea Ripley doing a suicide dive and landing ass first onto the concrete though. Not landing that well for Rhea. Rhea is definitely... that could be a broken ass right there. Or at least a tailbone or whatever. But Rhea now just in the ring landing a German suplex of her own. Trying to land these big moves. One. And now Rhea just going in for punches to the face and literally shaking the camera because of how hard the impact is. Rhea, after that like failed suicide dive, is just on a vicious streak right now against Sparkle. Sparkle taking all the hits and just throwing Rhea onto the ropes, ducks underneath, jumps over, and immediately trying to go in for a belly to belly, but Rhea with an eye rake going down low a little bit there with a kick to the knee. Sparkle with her own punch going around back, going to look for a little bit of a backdrop, driving to Rhea Ripley, taking her down into the canvas and flexing on her own, flexing them muscles. And punch straight to the side of her head, looking to lift up Rhea Ripley. One lariat before snapping over her challenger. A second lariat, and then stepping over her challenger again, and possibly a third lariat being hit here tonight. Now smashing head repeatedly into the floor, into the canvas. Looking to lift up for a power slam. The freakish strength of Sparkle Siren being shown right here. And quickly with a jawbreaker by Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley literally needs to just hit the Riptide, but now going into an electric chair drop. Face first into the canvas. The pain is wearing off. The war cries are being muffled. And I think Rhea was trying to go for a big move there, but Sparkle managed to dodge it. And then Sparkle with a clothesline over the top rope. And now going to hit a suplex on the concrete floor, damaging both of them. Because that is still not a nice move to take, even if you dish it out. And just landing those big strikes there. 2 count by the ref. Quick punch. Now quickly thrown into the steps. Now we're going back into the ring. 5 count by the ref, but that was interrupted. Rhea trying to get up as fast as she can to fight against Sparkle Siren. And again with the slow lariats, taking down Rhea Ripley. But landing as much of these as she possibly can to see if she can get an advantage. Now looking for a double, just stomping the back of the neck. Taking down Rhea, trying to go in for the cover here. This could be a knockout victory. But Rhea kicks out. But Rhea indeed kicks out. And now going into the corner, Rhea Ripley trying to cool up a little bit. The referee stopping the momentum there by getting in the way, but Sparkle still managing to hit those big strikes. Rhea grabbing all the feet there. If referee's intervention did not help Rhea, Rhea might have actually suffered more consequences. But quickly with a dropkick rebound. Rhea Ripley in the corner with Sparkle and landing an overhand chop to the face there, I think. Dropping it down again, looking for the cover. Only a 1 count though. Rhea not looking impressed by that. Punch to the back of the head. Another takedown attempt. Rhea looking for the Riptide. Nailing it in the center of the ring. And not going for a pinfall. Oh yeah, she is. Okay. 1, 2. A kick out of 2. Rhea hitting her finish and it was not enough. Fight forever chance from the crowd. The crowd wanting these two to fight out forever. Stomp on the hands. Now lifting up again, just ragdolling Sparkle. Sparkle not giving up for a single iota of a second. As Sparkle's method is that she would prefer to die than give up in Coew Wrestling. And has been shown very much here tonight. Rhea Ripley stomping down on the throat. And just Rhea just trying her best to weaken Sparkle a little bit. Spinning heel kick. Shining Wizard! This could be it! Shining Wizard is all she needed. 1, 2, 3, and Sparkle managing to get the win after Rhea going on an onslaught with an opening there with a spinning heel kick, delivering the Shining Wizard, knocking out Rhea Ripley to get the win. Retaining the Coew Wrestling Women's Championship here tonight on Coew Wrestling Bella Fortuna, and that is our semi-main event done here tonight, and just celebrating with the belt after going through literal hell to see if she could keep it. Alright, welcome back to Coew Wrestling Bella Fortuna, and it is for the main event match. Well, it's not for the main event match, it is the main event match, and it is for the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And well, we're gonna start off this match real quick with our challenger, Sir Rodamund, coming on down to the ring wearing a hard hat and business and all, and with the most expensivest robes that he can find. Because of course he had to wear that. Marching on down to the ring for Bella Fortuna, managing to pick up the win after winning the qualifiers of the triple threats to get into the Fatal 4-Way elimination match and managing to win that. Is now going to be facing against Jim here tonight for the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. As you can see, prancing around, going down into the ring. We have yet to see a title change on Coew Wrestling Bella Fortuna. Could Soradamon break that trend, or could Soradamon fall victim to Jim, a highly experienced multi-time champion in Coew Wrestling? Who knows? But this man getting the biggest match of his career, of his life so far in Coew Wrestling. So we shall find out if that is what's going to happen or not. Having all the jewels, all the gold dripped across the purple robes, symbolizing royalty. But Wally is doing that, getting ready, as you can see, warming up in the ring right there. Not even his challenger, the champion is coming out next, and it is Jim marching on down to the ring. Jim not wanting to wear any fancy clothes, not wanting to try to appeal to the fanciness of this. He's just straight on down to business. And Jim marching down. Jim actually losing to Kazuchika Okada and losing some of his matches in recent time, but in his last match did beat Will Ospreay. He did retain the title via countout against Damian Priest, and is looking to hopefully retain this title via not dubious means. Even though he did it by the book, it was by a countout, and people have said that they don't know, they don't have the confidence that Jim can hold this title. And that this match, like, if he wins by count again, it is still legal. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you didn't really pin or smear. You didn't really prove that you're a fighting champion. But Jim wants to put that silence down to bed. He wants to make sure that him holding on to that title means that he is fighting for the people. And Soradamon earned his shot pretty fairly in their matches, so we will see here tonight how that is going to go down. The Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship being shown off right there, the most prestigious prize in this company. Dare I say, the entire pro wrestling landscape.
From the United States of America, weighing in at 219 pounds, the chosen one, Sandra Damian.
And Soradamon
And his opponent, from Florida, weighing in
cheering on.
200 pounds, the men's action heavyweight.
And there you go, Jim holding on to that belt, staring at it a little bit, being like, this is my title. This is why I am still here, why I'm the champion around here. And the referee wanted to take the belt. And Bella Fortuna, this match has got everybody on their toes. This could be a make or break night for Soradamon. And equally, this can prove to Jim why he is still capable of what he is. Beating a man of the caliber of Jim will solidify Soradamon's career here in Coew Wrestling. And a bell has rung. And immediately, Soradamon going into a grapple and throwing Jim into the corner. Immediately trying to take down Jim's aggressions. Trying to back him up into a corner so that then there isn't much for him to do. Quickly with a headbutt there into the corner. And immediately just with a kick to the arm. On the turnbuckle. Soradamon jumping on back into the ring quickly with her hooks. Trying to land some stiff strikes on Soradamon, but Soradamon with a strike of his own. Both men are really strikers. I do not, however, Soradamon has got the business lockdown submission that could be a deal breaker here tonight. Trying to go up into this, trying to land possibly a knee strike. Oh, no, DDT, just a top rope DDT down onto Jim's bald head. Jim quickly getting up, quickly trying to land a drop kick, but failing there a little bit. Unfortunate. Now looking at a chokehold of his own, trying to do a submission. Now going in to this fight right now. Jim with a DDT to Saradomon. Jim getting his first offense in tonight's main event. Quickly going in for an exploder and a half onto Jim. Saradomon quickly going around. Oh, thrown it into the ropes. Quickly with an overhand. Saradomon having to land more strikes on Jim. I will not count Jim out in this, but he is taking this match seriously. Which is a good sign, because almost every single person who has underestimated their opponents has been the ones that are, well, I say that, and then now he's taunting, or at least he's getting fired up, and I'm going on the ground and pound a little bit here onto Jim, but slapping the taste out of the champion's mouth. Okay, no need to be disrespectful there, but Saradomon now going to the outside. That is concrete floor on the down there. Jim being lifted up, thrown into the metal gold post. Now trying to trap his arm down, trying to like literally stomp on the like tip of the elbow. Now trying to go into the corner, or not the corner, just the announce table there. But Saradomon managed to just take the kick and just calmly walk into the ring. And now quickly Jim landing in some strikes of his own. Quickly getting the upper hand by doing an overhead kick that Saradomon did dodge before lining up with his own one. But Saradomon quickly with a dragon screw, taking down the legs. Saradomon is calm and calculated in this match, whereas Jim is usually explosive. Saradomon has stopped Jim for the most part, stopping the explosiveness from coming out. Before, and like every time that where Jim gets like a few offense in, Saradomon has an answer for it in the corner, has immediately just shut it down and stopping the momentum getting picked up. And as you can see right here, just again the reversals constantly going on. Both men wrestling in that corner, trying to make sure their backup is against to the wall. Going in for a cover here. Saradomon, referee counting the pinfall, a 2 count. That is a 1 count away from the victory there, and Saradomon is looking in good shape. And now looking in for the leg drop there off the top rope. Very interesting leg drop. And almost a 3 count right there. Saradomon almost got in it there. Jim barely holding on to the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. This could be a big night for Saradomon if he gets the victory here tonight. And Saradomon telling Jim to get up. He may be looking for a risky move. Suicide dive onto Jim onto the outside. Saradomon is landing everything he can muster in order to get the Coew Wrestling Heavyweight Championship along his waist. And now trying to go in for some Saradomon story, like literally debuting in Coew Wrestling on Empire Revival. Didn't quite get the win there, but debuting on the last special show, and now here to main event. Another one, DDT on the concrete floor, and that might have changed the tides. A 6 count, this could be Jim's method of getting a count out victory once again, but Jim not wanting any doubts for after the last time he got a count victory, threw Saradomon back into the ring, but Saradomon taking that advantage of Jim having to get in the ring there to try to land a move, but Jim got that scouted. Jim now getting the upper hand, the explosiveness is coming out. DDT into the ring mat. And now locking in the stomps. Saradomon getting up onto the ropes, kicks at a hamstring. Before now garroting him onto the ropes, trying to choke him out. If you can't breathe, you can't do shit. And now code breaker straight to the jaw. And now Jim looking for the Tiger pile driver, the double underhook pile driver that we have seen him use multiple times in Coew Wrestling. This could be it for Soradamon. Nails it into the canvas, going in for a cover. The ropes are right there, but he's not grabbing all of it. 1, 2, and Soradamon with the kick out there. We have seen many people being put away with that move. So Soradamon is still in this match, and the crowd is chanting "Fight Forever." We've already had that for the women's match, and we've already had that for the Hardcore Championship as well. Jim needs to dig down deep in order to put Soradamon down. Going in for the knee strike straight to the gut. 1, 2, 3, and it was the gut shots, probably hitting the kidneys there, pinning Soradamon in this match. That last burst of energy, it was probably just like a fighting spirit and adrenaline that got Soradamon out of that pinfall. But Jim just shut that down immediately and is still your Coew Wrestling heavyweight champion. Not due to lack of effort. And there you go for Jim, and that's all we have for tonight in Coew Wrestling. This show was very great, and thank you very, very much for watching here tonight. We will see you soon for Coew Wrestling episode 7.